All right, in this unit, in this particular lesson of Unit 2, we're looking at comparing integers. Now, integers are positive and negative and zero whole values, and they are the numbers that you would traditionally see on a number line. And you can compare them by looking at a number line. And if you are looking at a number line, let me go down to a number line. There we go. The number, as you go to the right, these are greater. And as you go to the left, these are smaller. So let's talk about when you compare them, you can use a symbol. The symbol right here that points to the right, it is red, is greater than. So whatever number is sitting here and whatever number is sitting here, the symbol compares them, the left number compared to the right number. 6 is greater than 2. The next statement, 5 is greater than 1. When the symbol points toward the left, it is read as a is less than symbol. So 12 is less than 20. 0 is less than 4. So one thing to remember is that it always points or closes in toward the smaller number. It always opens like a hungry mouth toward the larger number. So 6 is greater than 2. 12 is less than 20. It must be read from left to right. So in the number line, as you go to the right, you're always greater. As you go to the left, you're always less. The more negative you are, the smaller you are. So I could make a couple of statements before we look at any examples, and I could say negative 2, let me compare it to the positive number 4. Negative 2 is less than, smaller than 4. All negative numbers are smaller than all positive numbers. Negative 5 is less than 0. All negative numbers are less than 0. Suppose I have, though, two negative numbers, negative 8 and negative 14. The more negative you are, the smaller you are. So negative 14 is the smaller number, but I have to read it from left to right. So reading it from negative 8 is greater than negative 14. So it's always going to point to the smaller number. It's going to open up wide toward the larger number, but it is read left to right. So let's take a look at some examples. All right, the instructions say use a less than or a greater than between the pair of integers to make the statement true. And these symbols can be found in the tool palette on my math lab. All right, 0 is blank negative 5. Well, 0 is always greater than a negative number, so you would use the greater than symbol. Number 2, negative 3 compared to negative 13. Well, the more negative you are, the smaller you are. So negative 13 is the smaller number. Negative 3 is the bigger number. You're writing it from left to right, so negative 3 is greater than negative 13. The next one, negative 42 compared to negative 34. The more negative you are, the smaller you are. Negative 42 is more negative, so it's smaller. Reading it from left to right, negative 42 is less than negative 34. Number 4, our final question. Compare negative 21 to positive 21. Well, a negative number is always smaller than a positive number, so it is less than. That was just a few examples, but I think that should be enough to help you compare integers.